What's up, Wolverines? Welcome back to episode 7 of WNN. Today we have stories from Alia, Zoe, Parker, and PJ.
March has been a busy month, and it's hard to believe that it's almost April and spring break. First, we have a St. Patrick's Day segment from Parker.
Feeling green because now we're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day.
Most people know about its existence and its association with green, but only a few know about its whole story.
The holiday was created on March 17th, 1631. But why? With the help of the Encyclopedia Britannica and the History Channel, we can find the answer.
It was created for a special saint who died that day, St. Patrick. But this is the extent of what people know. And after this, people tend not to know much about him.
It all started when he was 16 and he was kidnapped from Britain to Ireland, and there he worked as a slave.
He turned to religion to give him solace, when after 6 years he finally escaped back to Britain.
Patrick began religious studying, and after about 15 years of it, he got ordained as a priest. In a dream, an angel told him to return to Ireland to convert people to Christianity. Boston claims to have held the first St. Patrick's Day celebration and dinner in 1737.
While New York started the tradition of parading and drinking in the streets in honor of the Irish in 1762.
Irish American immigrants and their neighbors continued to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, including embedding the ritual of corned beef and cabbage as its traditional meal. It wasn't until 1996 when Dublin started the St. Patrick's Day celebration, which draws more than 1 million tourists a year. And that is how the holiday we all know and tolerate was formed.
Schlenchi.
Thank you, Parker, for all those interesting facts about St. Patrick's Day.
Everyone knows about shopping apps like Amazon and eBay, but what about Temu? Next, we have a story from PJ about the new viral shopping app, Temu.
Temu is a new viral shopping app that has taken TikTok by storm. If you're familiar with AliExpress or Shein, Temu is very similar. They both have cheap products usually sourced directly from factories in China. Temu is known for its discovery-based shopping, mini-games, and user-driven marketing that differ from many online stores. Similar to TikTok, you can scroll endlessly through Temu. A16Z.com says that Temu is like the, quote, digital equivalent of walking into a Target, where you say you only need one thing and walk out with way too much. When you first create a Temu account, you're bombarded with coupons, free shipping that never really expires, and little games which are always rigged to give you the best option. The coupons, deals, and games they give to you are always for a very limited time to encourage more spending and sharing. Following the Chinese commerce trend of shop-attainment, Temu has games that promise free prizes and deep discounts on items you want. These games usually follow the pattern of leading you on by letting you win 2 times, then stopping right when you're about to fully win. Usually you have to get more tokens, spins, or whatever, only through sharing a referral code with existing or new users. You get more tokens or rewards every time you invite a new user and they create an account. A16Z.com says that Chinese consumer-focused companies like Pinduoduo, which is Temu's parent company, want to, quote, steadily develop a growing user base through high-dollar investments on advertisements. They want a, quote, initial explosion of a lot of user data. So, you ran out of tokens. If you're a broke Gen Z teenager who wants a free item with the promise of just sharing a code, where do you go? TikTok. TikTok is full of people pitting you to use their code to win free items, with some videos being code for code, which is not so different from sub for sub or like for like, which plagued the early 2010s internet. So what happens when you use the code? When you type in a code to the Temu search bar, you're greeted with a game. Another rigged game that promises free items and pleases to share with friends. I thought the code was supposed to give me free items. Turns out it's the other way around. The TikToker who dropped their code actually gets benefits in the form of tokens or other objects that help the person win credit through the game. That being said, my intention is to reveal the mental manipulation that Temu uses on its users to make more money and gather more user data. I'm not saying you need to stop using Temu or boycott it, just to be aware of the manipulation tactics that apps like Temu might use against you for their own gain.
Thank you, PJ, for that important information about Temu.
You're welcome. With the month ending, we should still acknowledge that March is National Women's History Month.
Women's History Month is dedicated to celebrating women's contributions to history that is often overlooked. We celebrate this month to bring awareness to the countless women who have fought courageously for equality, justice, and opportunity worldwide. Some examples of women we celebrate are Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a former Supreme Court justice who fought against gender discrimination.
Another one is Kamala Harris, the first female vice president and the first black female vice president of the United States.
Both these women and many more are so inspiring.
Absolutely. Now we have a segment from Owen on fast fashion.
Fast fashion is a cycle of trends in fashion coming and going, encouraging people to buy into these temporary trends and cheap clothes. These clothes are made with cheap labor from sewing farms and are made from non-environmentally friendly materials. Most of these clothes end up in landfills once the trend has died and leaves the customer disappointed with their purchase. Companies like Shein, H&M, Zara, and more are all part of this cycle of fast fashion. Copying designs for cheap sounds great, but isn't when labor is coming from child labor, forced labor, insane work hours, abysmal pay, and exposure to toxic chemicals. And the clothing dries up water sources and pollutes rivers and streams. 85% of all textiles go to dumps each year. This is what makes that $8 dress possible.
Wow, the environment takes a hit for inexpensive fashion.
Now here's Alia and Zoe to close out this WNN with a segment on promposals and the prom.
I'm Zoe, and I'm here with
Yusuf.
The first question is, what was the inspiration behind your prom poster?
I really like Two Mans. Jackson Davis likes Two Mans. Like, why not write Two Man on a poster, you know?
Are you excited for prom?
Yes, I'm excited for prom.
How excited?
So excited.
So excited? All right, perfect. Thank you. Hi, I'm here with,
Asher.
and I have a few questions for you. So, what was the inspiration behind your prom poster?
So basically, I had seen it online and I just liked it. So
And how did you decide the best time for your promposal?
I was supposed to do it at a baseball game, but we kind of got in trouble. So I didn't know another time to do it, so I just did it first thing in the morning.
Are you excited for prom?
Oh,
And the last question is, why didn't you bring Cammy Chick-fil-A?
because Chick-fil-A was closed at the time. Couldn't go. Sorry. I apologize.
Thank you.
Wow, that was so sweet. Thanks, Alia and Zoe. That is all we have for you in this episode.
See you next time, Wolverines. Have a great break next week.
Thanks for watching.